I always wanted to go to film school, but then the timing never worked, and then by the time I was ready to go, I was like, well, I've already produced so much. It's kind of defeats the, or I couldn't take out 2 years, or I think it's great. It doesn't harm, but I think it's also this kind of industry where you have to just do it. It was really always learning by doing.
Because I didn't get into AFTRS, I had to teach myself. And Mum and Dad didn't have much money, so I was paying for all the short courses I was doing myself, which was great, because every time I do a short course, like at Metro Screen or at film school or at NIDA, it meant something to me, because I would have given $800 that I was getting part-time at the pub. So it all meant something. And I sort of taught myself editing, not the actual mechanics of it, but how the shots fit together. So when I was watching Pent Up House, I'd get a film like Taxi Driver and I would deconstruct 5-10 scenes. I'd watch them back and forward and I'd write all the shots down, and then I would just look how he'd cut it together, and I'd look at the sound, and then I'd move on to, say, Coen Brothers.
I think there is an issue with isolating yourself in an academic environment and then coming out the end and standing there going, what am I going to do? Mm-hmm. You need a connectivity. Somewhere there needs to be a connection. I'd done a degree in film. I'd gone to Macquarie University. I did that, and it was through that I had a lecturer or a tutor at the university. And as I was finishing, John Maynard, who is a very wonderful, incredible, creative producer that I'm sure everyone knows, she knew him. They connected somehow, and I ended up getting a job with him. And my first job was to be his assistant, and so that was break number one.
What I did find out really early on was a lot of the filmmakers that I started hearing about, like Rachel and Warwick Thornton, had all been through film school. So I applied and I got in the first year, mainly because I had those 2 short films from Metro Screen. Ross McGregor was one of my directing lecturers, and he said, we're prepared to let you into the second year on one condition. They said, everything else is fine. You're fine with actors. You're not afraid of the equipment and the camera. Everything's fine. You're very normal in many areas. And you'll develop further. But the reason why we're letting you into the second year is to do one thing for a whole year. I went, oh, what's that? I said, trust your instinct. Spend the whole year trusting your instinct and do nothing else but trust your instinct. So if your instinct tells you to do this, just do it. Even if it's really, really wrong and you fuck it up completely. Just do it. Because this is where you can fuck it up. And it was the best advice. And I trust my instinct that whole year, and I think it let me down once.
I didn't get in for 4 years in a row. I felt film school would give me AFTRS after my name, but what it actually gave me was so much more. It gave me something it gave me humility, I think. I walked in there, I think, quite judgmental, and then I ended up working with people that in the first week I thought, God, I'm never going to work with him. He's such an ass. And then some of those people I'm still working with now. And it just shows you it's not about personality. It's about personality, but it's also about looking at each other's strengths and what you bring to projects and stuff. And so it taught me a lot in that way.